You usually scroll by tarot or oracle card videos. I want you to consider staying for this one. I scroll past those two because of the way they're approached. Here we approach these as mindfulness tools, reflective tools. They're also entertainment. Remember that. They can be journal prompts, whatever you're doing, you are the magic. You are the alchemist of your own life. Now you have your own dialogue with spirit. If you decide, I'm going to engage in this content, or I'm going to engage in this content for a month and reflect and see what I can get from that. That language is going to strengthen, or any symbolic sort of practice to exercise that intuitive side, because the intellect in our culture and society is so on the overdrive. What's important is what you make of this. I set the intention before each video, yes, but it is up to you as the discerner and the experiencer of your life to make of it what you will. You're in group 1. This is video 1. So this current card tells us what's already happened. There is some sort of perceived failure or retreat after loss, or perceived failure, or a fear of failure or perception that facilitates more of giving up. So if we have those negative perceptions or those old stories, I'm not good enough, it can't happen to me, everything just never works out, this type of thing, it leads to this perception of lack of achievement, lack of self-confidence. And we have the Six of Wands in reverse here. You're being asked to engage your personal power. Maybe you need to take some inventory about where you come from and what stories you've been telling yourself and look at those themes, but you're being asked to engage your personal power, even if that's how you feel, even if your lens is clouded by those types of distortions, okay? So we have the energy that I have positioned as what's coming next and what's unfolding, as well as advice. It's all those things. So we have the Page of Swords, which is communicative, curious, it's very vigilant, very consistent, that spark, okay? You want to embrace that. Is also messenger. Look at the movement in this card too. So there's a sense that information can come in when we're in this phase or this archetype of lack of self-confidence, perceived failure, things not working out. We can close off to new information. We can close off to opportunity. We can close off to possibilities, but there are always alternate paths to a goal. This is asking you to be communicative, put yourself out there. This is a chatty energy, and also be on the lookout for new information and welcome new information and new opportunities, okay? So info is coming. Eight of Pentacles, dedication, hard work. This is in the outcome. This is the deeper why. This is where you are headed. So we see the energy of information coming in, you putting yourself out there, not just being receptive, but active, and you're honing your craft, you're getting busy. In its simplest form, this can talk about work or your passion or a project. You know, you're getting busy again, you're honing in on that skill, you're driven, you're focused. He is also, he doesn't just have the skill and the talent that he needs, I'm saying he because the figure here, but you want to take that as, hey, I may have a ways to go, but I have what it takes to get started now. So you want to get busy, and there could be new opportunities with work on the horizon, or moving up in that area of passion, career, or work. We may be addressing those things here. So claim what resonates, leave the rest in your own way, and I'm sending peace and gratitude on the winds.